Hello and welcome, Fortnite fans. We are here and we are live. Little IEN action coming at you. I'm FBI Tugboat here, joined for the first time with me, Laird. Laird, how are we feeling, my man?
Feeling good, and you know, if the Fortnite fans stay, I would be very happy. But we do actually have some Rocket League tonight.
Did I say Fortnite? Ha!
Yeah, that's all right.
Did Fortnite yesterday. Oh well.
Yeah, that's all right. Old habits die hard, but it's gonna be a fun one today. We've got the 2-1 Scottsburg Rocket League team going up against FCHS as well, who is 2-2 at the start of the season. Both teams looking to push themselves to an above 500 threshold, as well as remain above 500 if you are a Scottsburg fan.
Yes. Do not want to drop this and really kind of dissipate the momentum that Scottsburg has built coming into this 3-1. Not a terrible way to start. Obviously, there's only one numerical way better than a 3-1 record, right? Franklin County looking to get above 500 as they are 2-2 as of right now as we are in Week 5. Let's talk a little bit about these teams in just a second, but first I want to talk about one of the organizations that make broadcasts just like this one possible. That is ZOTAC. We want to give a huge shout out to ZOTAC Gaming for powering today's streams. Thanks to their incredible support, we are able to bring this broadcast to all of you, helping to showcase some of the amazing talent within Scholastic Esports. Let's show the appreciation for ZOTAC Gaming by giving them a shout out. Make sure to join their community on Discord, and don't forget to use the hashtag powered by ZOTAC. ZOTAC spelled right down there, ZOTAC, or hashtag ZOTAC USA when you post, if you choose to post. Or you can type right here in the Twitch chat, !ZOTAC, and chat for more information. Laird, let's talk a little bit about these two teams.
Well, I mean, on the Scottsburg side of things, you got a couple good players. You got Average Justice, aka Bad Boy Bob 100, which is a sick tag. Kenneth Deaton, aka Lunatic Gamer, and then Jonah Koppel, and that's VIRL, so you can just say V. Robert Eli backing them up. And now on the other side of things, you got Mason R, Hyper Monkey, The Wall, Ben Flame, and Carson. So a little bit of roster depth for FCHS. And they have, and also Dark Herbert is the head coach over there.
Yes, absolutely.
Slayton head coach over at Scottsburg Rocket League. Both sides trying to get their third win of the season. It will be a fun one tonight. Oh, and the League OS, they are 3-1. My apologies. League OS hasn't quite
it's
updated.
All good, man. I said Fortnite. You said 3-1. It's all good, dude. It's all good.
We're all over the place tonight, and hey, the only thing that's going to be more all over the place than us are these players. They got to be flying on that ball, hitting it around each other. Now, one thing I've noticed that at this level that's been a common Achilles heel is their ability to manage the boost resource. Whichever team usually has a more of a stranglehold on the boosts, especially the big boost in the corner and on the sides, has been finding a lot more success. I would love to see good boost management from both sides today to be able to maintain their offensive and defensive speed.
Yes. There's only really, a lot of esports we talk about various resources, and some games really dictate the entire pace. That's the whole true here. Great game of Rocket League, flying car soccer, right? Big boost. And time, really the only measurable resource, except for maybe amount of teammates given the demo capabilities within the great game of Rocket League. But as it is, FCHS going to be kicking this one off. We got simply Carson, Master Mason, and 1XX The Wall, henceforth referred to as The Wall, coming on out here. FCHS squad right here, Franklin County. Talk to me a little bit about Scottsburg. Wait,
well,
is this
I will say,
3?
Despite FCHS winning the first opening tip-off, Scottsburg immediately went on the attack, mobbing the area, hopping up to the ball, and it was Bad Boy Bob going over the top from the back line, sniping that one in. First goal within 20 seconds.
Fantastic job. Just realizing this ball was in no way, shape, or form in true possession of Franklin County. Now just a little cutaway right there. That one's a little bit farther to the outside, and Scottsburg actually kind of getting loose on the possession right here. A weak hit for the first one, a fake from the second, and now a takeover from Scottsburg. Bad Boy Bob trying to get something going from the corner, but that's a lot easier said than done.
All right, and good clear from the opposing defense, sends that one back into the corner. And something I've been noticing is whenever it looks like Scottsburg's going to drop their possession, they're just booting it up into the air. Nobody home right now, and an easy tip in again for Bad Boy Bob, his second of the day.
Bad Boy Bob, 2 for 2. 2 shots, 2 goals as of right now. Both come in the same exact way, Laird. Just a little bit of a breakdown on defense. Honestly, Franklin County has been cheating up just a little bit too far whenever they do have these offensive possessions, and thus far, Scottsburg has made them pay for it.
Exactly, and they're executing perfectly on the open spot back behind the front line. So again, you need to usually keep one player on goal. The other two are going to go out and be your offensive component of the match. Whenever one of them has to drop back for boost, they can take the spot on defense afterwards. Now we have all three players of FCHS pushing the ball in.
Rotation and communication. The two key things here. FCHS gets their best shot at a goal thus far, and nada, zip, zilch will be their benefit coming out of this offensive drive. Well, that was a pretty solid little hit the other way. Vi tries to get something going, but as you can see right here, Laird, Franklin County is just way too concentrated. All three players, and this might be another one double tap attempted. Vi not going to find it.
Yeah, Vi, good attempt there. Once again, we were talking about it earlier, that breakdown on the defense. Again, FCHS, too hyper-aggressive, trying to stack three players into the box, but automatically Scottsburg snuffed them out, pushing this one again. Good tap there from Master Mason, keeping this game a little bit in hand.
Yeah, the pace and momentum of this game has come down a lot, and once again, Bad Boy Bob going to take advantage of an SCH squad that, I don't want to be too negative, but it really just seems like they're looking for the first re-angle of the ball, right? They're looking for where the ball is going to go immediately and not where it's going to go afterwards. Bad Boy Bob has been in perfect position every single time to make that thing sing. Also, super aside here, that was almost a known goal. How cool would it be if the wall's name was Jason, so we'd have Carson, Mason, and Jason? What do you think?
I mean, you know, if the parents are in the chat and they need to take some notes for some good team synergy, not that they need any more as Vi scores their first of the night.
Yeah, Scottsburg, man, names notwithstanding, rhyming or otherwise, they are taking advantage so hard of this FCHS squad, Franklin County squad, excuse me, that has come forth. And again, this is just about spacing. This is just about spacing and positioning within, really. And every single time, it seems like one of them is paying more so attention to picking up boost, sitting in the other corner, maybe trying to get an errant physical play going when it's just not really necessary.
Some solid touches for the Franklin County defense would be on mark as well. Whenever they've been trying to swat the ball away, it's only been soft touches, glancing off the side, so a bit more accuracy in that regard. And a pinch in mid-air from Vi and Lunatic Gamer. Lunatic Gamer, the initiator on a lot of these attempts, putting that ball up in the air. Actually, it was Bad Boy Bob getting the assist on that one.
Yeah, so Bad Boy Bob puts it in a place that Vi can really tee off on it. This goes over the fences, 5-0, and we're barely past halftime. Not a great scoreline with a lot of time left.
At this point, you got to just put the game away, say, okay, we might not come back in this one. I want to score a consolation goal or two just to keep morale high.
Yeah.
And then we want to reset for game two and then take what we've learned, put it back into play as the demo comes out center field.
Look, I'm not saying give up on this game by any means, especially given the context with which you posed it, right? 5-0 first game, this is a demoralizer. Find one right here. Heck, if you can get 2, 3, try and take for a win, but just realize, manage expectations, right? After that, key here, Laird, that memory of a goldfish, baby. Just play the Rocket League game in front of you after this game one that may not go the way of Franklin County. That's going to get a little bit harder.
Yeah, Vi for a hat trick in that instance as well. And you said, you know, goldfish, be a goldfish, 10-second memory. They're the happiest animal alive. So just got to change it up. Go into the next round.
It's true. We'll have at least another 90 seconds or so on here as the deficit gains another one. FNC. Why do I keep saying that? Franklin County. Franklin County. I can't talk today, guys. I wasn't actually supposed to be on this one. It was like, you know, had a little bit of time to prep. That's really no excuse at all. I don't know what I'm saying.
Last minute adjustments, though. And hey, everyone in this matchup could use some more of that as well. Getting Lunatic Gamer with a shot center. And, you know, we have seen some good rotations coming in from Franklin County. They're doing a good job of trying to adjust, get into the match. I mean, the rate at which goals have been scored has been stifled a little bit, and they're starting to get a better feel for the offensive attack from Scottsburg. Doing a better job dropping back, and as soon as they figure out how to get more solid contact, they might be able to create some scoring opportunities for themselves.
We have 45 seconds or so. They're still going to swing for the fences and trying to find something here. This is just completely given up as two players decide to play on defense. Now, that's a good little clear. That's an even better hit. Now, here's the difference between Scottsburg and Franklin County, though. at that point, you know, you saw that lofting ball. Obviously, it wasn't directly inside, right? But at the end of the day, they had a player there to make the play, to try and get a defensive stop. Now, this might be a little bit of something, but there's not enough coordination for Franklin County to really take advantage of that one.
Well, I wouldn't say that just yet. It got another player screaming into the area of the wall, looking to play off the ball, get some offense going here.
5 seconds or so, little mini volleyball situation. Once this clock hits 0, now let this ball hit the ground, because taking 1, making a 6-1 would be a little bit better. Not going to happen. Scottsburg dominates in game number 1.
No assist from the wall to keep that one alive a little bit further. It's a clean sheet for Scottsburg. 3 goals for Vi as well as Bad Boy Bob. 2 assists for each of the top scorers and 1 assist down there for Lunatic Gamer, who's also had a save late in that match, prevented anything from going into factor against that clean sheet.
I mean, 11 total shots here for Scottsburg. Even if you weren't looking at the 6-0 up top, 11-2 tells me the time of possession. That TOP was owned, and his name branded upon it by Scottsburg here. We'll see if this team is able to maintain this momentum and put up something similar in game number 2. Obviously, we never want to see sweeps, right? This is a best of 5, and this game 2, if it goes down in similar fashion, then you're looking at a Franklin County squad that's going to have to go for a full reverse sweep. I mean, full reverse sweep's hard enough. Full reverse sweep when you get shut out in game 1 and shut out by 6 scores, it's a brutal task.
I will say, the Wall looking to live up to his namesake here in this another game. Again, played quite well, had a save that last match. Everyone from Franklin County had to save that match as well. So again, they need to put that a little bit more to the metal. They're going to win the opening faceoff again, but it's going to be Vi collecting in the corner.
Attempted pass, and that does come in. Bad Boy picks this one up, sends it flying back the other way. Vi with a really weak hit. That's going to be a super, super easy defensive stop, and maybe should have been a possession here for Franklin County. To the corner we go. This one's back up in the middle. Everybody from Franklin County is over here. I like this demo. Hey, make the numbers a little bit better for yourself for a couple of seconds.
I like it too. That respawn time actually nearly gave the Wall an opportunity. He was
Bam.
Screaming into the play, and there it is. The Wall finally strikes, and it will be Franklin County on top of this.
This is that profile picture. The real Wall. I love it. I love it. Well, this is a rock and a hard place here for Scottsburg. Ball is able to be made around, and defender gets nothing more than a front row seat to their tied situation. And the first Franklin County goal come in and happen right before their eyes.
I'm sure you'd agree, Tugboat. This is a game that's all about momentum. Getting that first opening goal immediately is going to be really good for the moxie of this Franklin County squad, and an epic save as well coming in. This one was from Simply Carson, and we also have a substitute in play. Blaze Inferno checking in for the first time in this contest.
We do, 100%. No subs here for Scottsburg. We'll see how the addition of Blaze Inferno. Well, Simply Carson almost teed off on that one. So what is that? Blazing Inferno coming in from Master Mason. A bouncing ball. That's going to be really, really happy.
Oh,
did he get too? Yeah, did he get caught up by the defensive player? I'm not 100% sure. Either that was a huge mega whiff or a fantastic defensive play.
It was a mega whiff. In that situation, it's easy to have your micro adjustments kind of cloud your judgment a little bit there. So what should have been an easy tap in to make it 2-0 goes by the wayside. Vi tries to tap it in. And again, another situation similar to that, but thank God Bad Boy Bob is there above the crossbar, chapping that one in for the top. We are even heading to the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, so both of these goals thus far kind of happened pretty much the same way. A fantastic setup by the offense, and then the follow-up by the third player lurking, ready to clean up anything that doesn't go their way. Tie ball game here, 3-14 between these two teams after a shellacking against Franklin County in game number 1. We look for market improvement. Well, I think you can definitely say that for Franklin County.
They are literally infinity times better in terms of the goal scoring than they were last match. So very proud of them. And again, they're playing up to snuff now. They needed that game to adjust, that game 1, and they're doing really fine right now. They're challenging Scottsburg in a lot of situations. You know, they're being more physical with their cars on the ball. They're doing a good job. Again, they're remembering their repositioning on defense very well. A lot fewer opportunities for Scottsburg in this second game.
Yeah, that's the biggest difference, I'd say. Ooh, Bad double commit. Thankfully, it goes aloft. Both players still right there. They really need to spread this a lot more and put one on the wall, but, well, after a terrible pass from Scottsburg, this is going to yield an offense here that is not done quite yet. Gets the hit over there. Okay, so some sloppy offensive play gives possession back. Back and forth we go. Everybody's just kind of cutting into the middle of this like they're not anticipating their opponents doing so.
One thing both sides are doing incredibly well is they're doing a good job playing in tandem with each other. Nice usage of the boost there from Carson, preventing that one from going in for an easy tap. But again, they're playing usually 2 players on the ball at any given time. It's usually Vi and Bad Boy Bob from Scottsburg, and then the Wall and Blaze Inferno playing together to push the ball up on the Franklin side. And they're doing a good job covering each other quite well, keeping the offense going. But a sneaky one gets right past Bad Boy Bob.
Yeah, Franklin County just can't quite maintain possession here. I mean, you see like every member taking a couple of jumps at this one, and once again, they are all completely concentrated in one corner of the field, not spreading this at all. And so even if they get the ball out, like where are you passing it to, right? Because you know that Scottsburg is going to be completely enveloped. One player up in your face, another player rotating to come get in your face, another player sitting back, ready to take any like errant balls that, you know, that hit out. That would be the luckiest goal of today. Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Scottsburg not earning that gift just yet. Bad Boy Bob looking for another tap in. Simply Carson has to use all of his boost to get back into the area. Open net, a bicycle kick, clears that one. Another tap going in, looking for one of their own. And another save comes in. Some really strong defensive plays since Blaze Inferno has joined the lineup.
A fantastic job on the fake there earlier from the Scottsburg player. That almost sold it and turned this one into a 2-score differential. Franklin County, great second hit from Simply Carson. That was a fantastic read. Checked out the book, he likes the author.
And they're going to buy that second edition here. Another opportunity around the near side. Going up high for the goal. Carson hangs that one high. Wasn't able to clear it, but again, just bought enough time for somebody to come in and tap that away. Taking their time. That's another thing that Franklin's doing way better. They're being patient in these situations.
Well, they are being patient. 30 seconds or so. We were talking about resources earlier. Oh, boy. Wow! Bad Boy doesn't hit it. These were gifted to him multiple times in game number 1, and that should have been the nail in the coffin. As it is, this is an offensive drive the other way, a tying factor, and a pass to nobody. Hate it. This is what I'm talking about. Franklin County has shown that they have the skills to pay the bills. They know exactly what to do, but they're just like crowding parts of the field way too much. This isn't over, but there's a couple opportunities that should have gone their way. Almost an own goal right there. Got to keep the ball aloft. V knows it. There's a demo, makes that a little bit harder. Bad Boy coming back to it. Scottsburg respecting rule 0, though. Love it. Love it. Love it. 2-1. A victory, but not in anywhere near the same way for Scottsburg game 2 than it was in game 1, Laird.
Those stats across the board look significantly better, and it's the goalkeeping as well. Simply Carson did a very, very good job. 4 saves in that match, preventing the score from going completely lopsided. And again, an early goal breaking away for the Wall in that opening minute. Just good play across the board, but Scottsburg will not be denied. Bad Boy Bob gets his 2, averaging 2.5 goals per match at the moment.
Yeah, crazy. Well, I think that was 2 hat tricks, right? Yeah, that was Bad Boy and Vi in the first...
In game 1, yep.
Yep, in game 1. Crazy stuff. Bad Boy Bob. See, the good thing here for Franklin County is that Scottsburg has sort of played their hand a little bit. They know that Bad Boy Bob is going to take most of these offensive feeds, right? Well, just shut down the slop line, right? Just take Bad Boy Bob out of the equation. Do not let him cook. Whether that's demos, whether that's cut-in passes, whether that's just physical play to bump him to quarters or something like that. Something here. Rattle the cage of Scottsburg and see what happens here.
And before we get this match underway, this matchup would not be possible for you all unless LANFest stepped in and helped support this series. So we got to give them a special thanks for building a healthy community through gaming across 23 chapters in 18 states for over 150 events per year. You can find an event near you at LANFest.com for more information.
Fantastic, folks. Put on Scholastic Esports all the time. 20 seconds into this one, no scores on board. It's not for lack of trying right now as Franklin County strikes first again. Love it.
Lincoln, you'll miss it, but look at this. 2 players playing in tandem together. You got one on the ball, one following up behind. The Wall sets him up, and Carson knocks him down. Excellent goal to kick us off here.
demo there to boot as well. So it's a different kind of offense. I'm not going to say it's one that doesn't work. I'm just going to say it's one that leaves you a little bit exposed because you only have one player on like even an entire half of a pitch. Never mind thirds, right?
Another bicycle hit. Once again, Master Mason really good on the ball. And
Ooh,
Master
okay.
Mason back in the lineup. Another one for Carson, his second in the first 40.
Okay, so they got it done with Blaze Inferno earlier. Master Mason back in, and Franklin County seems like they figured it out here.
Yeah, questionable to put Inferno out of the lineup. He played very well there, but I think Coach Derek Herbert knows what he's doing there. This is looking significantly more in the favor of Franklin. They're scoring their second goal, looking for a third, and they do! Carson with
Whoa.
a hattie in 45 seconds!
Goal per 15 seconds to begin this one off. If you could have predicted that, I'd give you my microphone. Like, that's insane. After the first two goals that we saw here, Laird, Carson
I'd
just
give you my
absolutely
Powerball
turns
ticket
it on.
if you could predict
Crazy
that.
stuff. Yeah, seriously, dude.
All right, finally, Scottsburg's going to win an opening face-off. Ball is in the court of Franklin County. Huge deficit that Scottsburg now is faced with.
I mean, we saw 3 total goals in game number 2. We've seen that in less than 60 seconds of play, all from one team. So definitely a theme being abandoned here, and that was, more one-sided and obviously lower scoring in the first couple of games. But seems like that story is over with. Like you said, addition 2 coming in here. Simply
And
Carson. Oh, sorry. Go
Leeds
ahead.
can shift on the dime. It doesn't matter what's going on in the match, unless you're in that final 30 seconds, where it's really hard to come up with a victory. In these situations, though, there's a lot of opportunities, especially with Franklin pressing that high.
Good second hit. Vi can't get anything going on the second one. A really, really weak hit, and back the other way we go. Easy steal. Basically gifted. There for Franklin County. Player in the middle should be able to cover this one up. Okay, so this is another smaller issue, right? Like, generally accepted that the back player is supposed to be opposite from you, right? Because they can cross the field a lot better, and obviously they can take wayward balls right there. It didn't really come back to bite them on that time, especially given that Scottsburg has just been, again, don't want to be too negative, has not been doing a great job maintaining possession, man.
That demolition coming out, that would have been a red card. Getting Bad Boy Bob out of play, but hey, Bad Boy Bob gets his swift revenge and some comeuppance onto Franklin County. This one getting tapped in from midfield. Vi goes up to try to tap it. No. Impossible to read that one, and it's just a snipe shot.
It's a little bit of what I was saying earlier, right? If players on the corner, then they have more of a perpendicular angle to come at that. But again, it would have been a tough save no matter what else. And huge disclaimer: there's a reason I'm on this side of the desk, okay, folks? Just saying, hindsight's 20/20 there, and perhaps a defensive setup would have allowed for easier defensive plays.
Nice usage of the defense there. A couple drivers for this Franklin County side, pushing the attackers out of the way, using their bodies. They're not going for the ball in those situations. They're just trying to disturb the passing, and it worked very well. Now they're in the opposing side's territory.
Interrupting passing's never bad, but Scottsburg just simply hasn't been in a situation where they've had to play from a multi-score deficit. They got the first one. I need to see a little bit more from this squad to really say that they're going to be able to take it down in game 3 and not have this go down to, again, the reverse sweep is going to happen. It's going to have to start right here in the wall. My goodness, what a read. Fantastic stuff. Let's watch this one again.
Yeah, they're playing incredibly well, and they're parking the bus in the back line, making sure that no goals can sneak through on their end, and as soon as the ball's cleared and sent back down to the other side, they're advancing on it super fast. That ball got lofted super high, hung up in the air for some time, gave the wall a lot of opportunities to wait for that ball to drop down. And boy, did they jump on it.
Yeah, it was just a perfect read there at the end. Vi almost gets one there for real cheap too. There wasn't nothing invested there for Scottsburg, and they're still able to. Bad Boy, little love tap against the teammate. Not gonna come back to bite him on this, or at least not yet.
Vi's had a couple of opportunities here. Going back to that one a second ago, to just drop the ball down in front of the net and have it sink in, but just some decent positioning from Franklin County and a couple other opportunities gone by the wayside, making it bad, but simply Carson making it 5-1 here. His 4th of the match.
That's 4 right there. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Being able to put up more scores in Franklin County is, I mean, four times more scores than entire game 1 and 2, given they were shut out in the first, but only put up 1 in the second. Just a battle of titans as of right now. It just kind of seems like Franklin County has really figured this out, and there hasn't really been like a changing of a game plan here for Scottsburg. They just absolutely took Franklin County to task in game number 1, game 2, kind of really showed, I feel like, what this matchup should be. And now Franklin County giving them back this pretty much the same way that they did in game 1.
Which is good. I mean, it's huge for their momentum. They got to be feeling pretty darn good, pretty accomplished about this one as we head into the final minute.
Sub 60 here, 4-score differential. Have to see a Herculean effort here for Scottsburg, as you see now. It's the vibe basically sent across these 3 Franklin County players. Just keep the ball aloft, keep it in the other side, play a little bit of defense. Our offensive efforts are done. If you're gifted something cool, other than that, no reason to really leave this side of the pitch.
Vi doing very well there. Mason as well as Carson at the moment, making sure that they keep the ball well in possession, well in that corner, anywhere but center, where a possible goal might sneak by them again.
Down bottom, yeah, see, they're going to continue on with offensive efforts, right? As long as this ball stays on that side of the pitch, there's not really a way that they can get scored on. Now with, I mean, really under 30 seconds or so, 4-score differential is pretty much impossible to come back from. And they get another one to go. A 6-1 differential. 6-1.
Mirroring exactly what happened in game 1.
We did get a Scottsburg single goal. I do feel like there's a marked difference between a shutout, right? Like a 6-0 and a 6-1 right there. But regardless, I mean, yeah, because I'd much rather have like a 5-0 than a 6-1, right? I'd rather score, score differential being the same, but shutting out an opponent. I feel like there's a statement made there. Here's a statement made. How about 11 shots attempted here for Franklin County versus only 5, maybe 6? Quick maths there for Scottsburg.
I agree. Now, we've seen a different lineup every individual game. I'm wondering who's going to come in. No, Mason's just going to join back into the lineup with the Wall and Carson, who have played every single match. So, now switches up here from Derek Herbert. He's found his 3 men, and he's going to allow them to keep it going. No substitutes for Scottsburg either, so it's pretty much all about who jumps out to an early lead again.
Must have been something that was just kind of identified here. Maybe in the game 2. Maybe, honestly, maybe just had to sit Mason for a minute. Maybe saw something that we did not. And it was just kind of like, hey, this players need 5. They need 5 right now. Regardless, seems like it was a wise decision after a 6-1 comeback type performance there from Franklin County. Pace of play is really slowed down here.
Yeah, again, Franklin County, they've been doing really good on defense after game 2, and they're focusing heavily on the counterattack. If I were to compare them to an actual soccer team, they remind me of Liverpool, just because, they sit back, they wait for you to make a mistake, and then they jump on you when you least expect it. Very opportunistic, this Franklin side.
I'm not against it. Wait for your opponent to make a mistake. It'll happen eventually. I can promise you that. Franklin County spreading the field much better as well. Simply Carson tries to take this off the wall, get it to a teammate. Still a live ball right now. Nobody really with possession.
If I was looking for a drive towards the net here, but got bounced over. Bad boy Bob going to drop this one down. Swatted away by Simply Carson. Nobody in the back, and they're gonna have to retreat, try to catch this one.
Great hit on that one. You don't have to rely on yourself to go forth and try to get that goal line save. Speaking of goal line, there's bad boy Bob getting across it. Second shot, first goal here in game number 4 with a pair of saves so far. Bad boy Bob really spreading the field and getting it going on offense and defense.
Recognize that all of Franklin County was bunched in that little corner, so center was completely free. Scottsburg having possession, no one able to rotate around fast enough. You got 3 men on the ball right now. It's going to be Simply Carson dropping back to try to play some defense here. Some creative coverage, and Vi's going to completely take it themselves, juggling that one like a circus act. Simply magical watching him play. Back in this thing here, Franklin's going to win the opening face-off, but we have another opportunity coming in for Scottsburg. Vi, once again, doing a lot of juggling in the air. If that's one thing that they'd be optimized in, I think that's their superpower. It's that air juggling.
Yeah, I mean, being able to maintain possession of a ball up in the air, especially with like sub 50 boost, is, I mean, that's the stuff that SSLs are made out of. The Supersonic Legends are made out of, and there's a reason for it. It is rather difficult. Fantastic
job. Takes a lot
job.
of finesse, patience, and some elegance as well.
Oh yeah, and a couple thousands of hours spare to play the game and get better at it, right?
For sure.
So close
game came
right
out
there.
There was a lot of time for it. Nice little pass into the corner.
This is true. I think we're, what, 2016?
Yeah, so we're nearing 10 years.
Yeah. Plenty of time. Love it. Love it. Lunatic. Gamer we haven't, a player we have not talked a whole lot about here on Scottsburg, has really been playing that middling position. And when I say middling, I don't mean performance. I mean middling like the split between offense and defense. So Vi has gotten plenty done on offense, but mostly had their possessions and their time to shine in the defensive side of the ball. Lunatic Gamer has been feeding both Bad Boy in the offense, Vi on the defense. That has been split a lot more so past game 2, I'd say, and that's partially what you can use to attribute Scottsburg's success now in game number 4.
I think Lunatic Gamer, they're the glue of this roster. You always have that third man who's probably understated a little bit. Nice save there coming in. That was from Vi as we're speaking, but Lunatic Gamer, they're steady. They're a steady player. They're not too high, they're not too low. They're just that solid middle ground player who can do whatever you need them to at any given moment.
Speaking of, tried to get it over 1. Bad Boy reads this perfectly. Hit to the middle is everybody on Franklin County. Heads for the hills and hits this one quickly. I do like the snap 2 on defensive rotations. I can't say anything about that.
This one's in the corner. Bad Boy Bob trying to get a centering shot in for Vi. Vi doesn't have a lot of boost right now, so that loft might not be tapped in. It isn't. Lunatic Gamer looking for their first with that jump in.
1 minute drill. The classic 1 minute drill here coming in. That's a nice pass. Bad Boy tries to shut the door on him. 3-score difference. 60 seconds. Real hard to do. A lot more manageable with only 2, especially given that, I mean, you can get 1. You have a technically possibly unlimited overtime if you just keep that ball aloft, juggling it down all the way inside. And Simply Carson, who else but Simply Carson, gonna score in game number 4 and bring this to a 1-score difference with what, 40 seconds left?
43, I believe, when we come back. But yeah, I mean, a good counterattack from
Nice.
FCHS. And, yeah, 1 minute drill. They got not a lot of time left on the clock. So if Scottsburg can maintain offense, they don't even need to score. They just need to keep the ball in the other side of the pitch. Hang on, that's a deep one. Taking around
Good
into
hit.
the corner.
Even better hit.
Bob hit off a bit.
Wow.
Looked like a rugby scrum in that corner.
It really did. Oh, this is not quite on point. Okay, great touch and try to get the recollect here. Simply Carson, is that inside? No, it's not. All angle is off. And Franklin County is going to be really happy for it. 12 seconds to go here. They got to get this ball down the other side of the pitch. And they got to get down there now. Lunatic Gamer, a low, slow roller turns into another one from Scottsburg. They have done it. It is technically possible, but you'd have to win off a kickoff and then keep ball aloft for quite a while. I don't want to keep hope alive here unnecessarily, folks. It is technically possible.
No, it was just a good opportunistic goal to probably put the nail in the coffin on this one. Scottsburg, recognizing that FCHS were in transition, didn't have an opportunity there. Lunatic Gamer unable to avoid it. There's 2 seconds left. Hang on. Carson, the savior possibly for this one. We might be seeing an overtime here. There's 2 seconds left on the clock.
I was willing to give it, be like, guys, it's like a 99%. It's mostly done. Yada, yada. Okay, well, not only will this counter not start until they've made contact with the ball, of course, but it will not end until ball makes contact again with the ground, and that was exactly the wrong kind of kickoff that you wanted for Franklin County. All of this comes down to just getting under this ball and jumping right before you actually hit it. All for naught. And extremely close and, kind of maybe made a nerve-wracking a little bit match right here. All comes down to a 1-score differential. So what? We have 4 total games, right? Scottsburg takes this one down 3-1 in the best of 5. A 6-0 in game 1. A 6-1 in game 2 for Franklin County. And the rest of them are 1-score differences. Like, how crazy is that, right?
Yeah, no, it's insane. I also want to call out Scottsburg with some really good last-minute decision-making there. I don't know if anyone noticed, but on the final face-off, they conceded the initial hit to FCHS because they knew that they were going to come in screaming to try to hit that ball off. And they kept it on the ground because there was nobody there to contest it.
Yeah.
They had a second player rotating around the back, and they got the hit off just in the nick of time to keep that one on the ground and away from any potential attackers. So good, strong play from them. Really good, well-coached side. Slayton has to be proud of their boys here.
Well, they got to. It all came down to like a 2-second right there, and it's flying 100 miles an hour along the ground, 6 different players and things like this. It's hard to kind of coordinate keeping this ball aloft, and especially after, like as you said, Scottsburg knew exactly what to do to keep that from happening. Right? They're just simply playing against the clock at that point. There's only 2 seconds anyway. Regardless, fantastic series.
It's hard enough when your enemy is Scottsburg, who's a very good team, and then time being your other enemy. It gets difficult from there.
They say time is undefeated, Laird. It's time undefeated. Also undefeated, League OS. Want to give a big shout out to League OS. Do you want to play esports in college? Now there's a way to search through hundreds of collegiate esports programs to see where they are, what games they play, and even what majors they offer. Guys, just go over to portal.leagueos.gg to search. And IEN students can also sign in to manage their own prospect profiles, where all their stats are automatically updated after each match. There are scholarships out there, aplenty, for players as well as shoutcasters, social media managers, and more, so make sure to add all of your talents to your profile. Now, there's collegiate esports coaches that are verified and everything else like that are searching this League OS portal right now for promising prospects, and of course reaching out to the ones they like, the ones they're interested to come and play esports for their college. League OS is free. LOS portal is free for all students, of course, so don't miss your chance to get discovered. Visit portal.leagueos.gg today and take your game to the very next level. Laird, this is a fantastic match. Do you have anything else on it before we get into any other shout-outs?
Can't add anything very much. I think good play from both sides. This was the first non-clean sweep I have been able to commentate over in the series so far, and I've been very, very proud of that fact. I've been enjoying watching both sides play today, especially the good, chance to come back into it from Franklin County. They're a solid squad, so don't let the record fool you. They're not over 500, but I believe that will be changing very, very soon. Other than that, I'd like to thank our producer, No Skills, as well as Plaid Gamer, for always managing these broadcasts incredibly well. And I'd like to thank Tugboat as well for joining us alongside, and you folks at home for rooting on your respective sides and joining us here for another fixture in the Indiana Esports Network.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic time. We got... I just had it here. 5 p.m. tomorrow. 5 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time, of course, 5 p.m. League of Legends. So a lot more esports here on the Indiana Esports Network. You can come right back here. Pretty much like 23 and a half hours from right now, okay? Time zone is notwithstanding, right? 23 and a half hours from right now. Set your timer. Laird said it best. Appreciate you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the flip side.